Guys, Brian Parade Productions here, and I'm bringing you my first series here on my channel about the hit series Lost. They used to be on ABC channel, and this is my going to be a highlights, recap, final thoughts video instead of like every episode. So overwhelming, guys. Just a little heads up, this is my first time seeing the series, so I have no clue about like this series. So on that, let's get into it. All right. First off, we see the airline Oceanic Airlines departing from Sydney, Australia. But things take a different course of action when the airline crashes and leaving 48 survivors on a random stranded island. And as the season progresses, as the first episode progresses, we see the characters, like as an introduction towards our cast, and just leaving, who they are, what they are, and we have no idea who they are, and they're just like, they just got almost got killed on the plane crash, but the first person we meet is Jack Shepherd, and is the only doctor that was on the airline, and he was taking his deceased father, Christian Shepherd, but he knows that he's dealing with personal issues, a little bit struggling issues with his dad about like his profession, about being a doctor and everything, and it was like I thought it was kind of interesting to see that as an introduction towards him. But so what I was thought funny was when Hurley decided to build a golf course with 2 holes, and only found it funny when he told Jack, and he's saying that dude, our lives suck right now. Why not have some fun? And Jack was like, no, we need to based on survival and everything, and yeah. So I thought it was kind of funny right there. But as the series progressed, we noticed that another survivor, Saeed, is dealing with his own personal struggles and demons inside from his past, and couldn't handle being with the other survivors. So he went being solo, found a cable, which not so much to be a cable after all, and was the French women's traps. Now, if you remember, the French women's traps was the transmission they were signaling broadcasting, but it was for 16 years. The woman's name is Danielle Rousseau, and to me, she is a very unusual character, and probably suffered from some psychological problems. I'm predicting, and I'm predicting like as the season of Lost goes on, she probably will play a bigger part as like I said, as the season progresses, because she's dealing with like a lot of problems and everything. She was like on an island for 16 years from a previous crash. And, she murdered all her crew, which I think is like, holy freaking crap, when it's insane that she murders her own entire crew. And, she's like dealing with all this like, hate, drama, and everything. So, and, she like, she takes Saeed and tortures him. And, it's like, I mean, she's a very unusual, fascinating character, and to me, I feel like she will play a bigger part as the series goes. So the whole relationship with, as you can see, Saeed follows a romantic relationship with another survivor named Shannon. Since she's the only person that can speak French and can understand it, which is she's also attracted to very older men. We also so it's like saying like I don't get into why, but I guess because she has like this thing for like other guys, I'm guessing, but I don't know, I find it kind of very unusual. So yeah, so other than that, so we also notice that the love-hate relationship between Kate and Sawyer, in which they deal with a lot of violent and struggling past, but Kate, I believe, is that one of those persons that struggles with her identity changes and her criminal records, and she's always constantly traveling and everything. And but then again, also if you remember, she was taken by a U.S. Marshal that was also like I think that trying to make sure she doesn't get anywhere. And so, but in terms for Sawyer, he's like that rebel, like everyone like wants to hate him, like bad boy from the South, from Tennessee. He's also an independent businessman. And I find it funny that everyone points the finger at Sawyer for taking all the hate out of him and everything. So I find it kind of very unusual that he does that, and like saying for a lot of Sawyer's like, hey man, you took my stuff and everything. It's like, hey man, I'm just in here doing my own thing. I know, sorry, that was a terrible accent, but also also like I said, he also becomes like one of the cast that won't survive. But Also, the other symbology I noticed was that when he also takes his anger on a personal struggles on a boar, which gives him like very dark flashbacks. If you notice that his parents were murdered, and was also like taken from him and everything. So yeah, and also another symbology too is that the plane that Kate holds to, which is also I think is another symbol for like the airline, and also representing for death, and also for like her remembrance about her past. Now we notice that the two survivors that are Korean, they don't speak English, Sun Kwan and Jin Kwan. They as a married couple, they both rely on each other's lives in order to survive. But as a astonishing discovery as the series progressed, through later season of the first season, Sun speaks English. She's bilingual. She can speak Korean and and also English. And it was a very shocking discovery when there was a huge argument between Michael and Jim for remember they burnt for someone who were blamed on the raft. But so probably one of the smartest survivors, and probably I looked online that it's John Locke. John Locke, I would say, is a total badass. If I were like stranded on an island, if I were like for survival, it would be John Locke. John Locke is probably the most smart and noble man for his hunting and scouting. But it's also kind of cool, like when he forms a relationship with Boone, and relies for like a partner wise. He wants to like work with him and everything. So, yeah. So I thought that was actually kind of cool. But also, major spoiler alert here: Boone dies. Oh my God, he gets killed in a drug smuggling plane that him and Locke were tracking, and all of a sudden he dies, and Jack blames him for the murder. But the most creepiest, most evilest man I probably was like, was seen was Ethan Rom, which Sawyer calls him the Jungle Boy, because if you remembered, he also took, kidnapped Charlie and Claire, because he said if he doesn't live Claire, he will kill every single one of the survivors in order to survival. But then again, if you notice that Charlie puts 4 rounds in his chest and kills him, but also that let's see. Also, they also tried to build a raft as the answer to get off the island. But then again, a little things had got to worse. So I'm probably thinking these guys were probably pirate bandits, or they were probably known as the others, as Danielle Rousseau, the French woman, as that leads. Is probably they kidnap Mike's son Walt. They ship the raft blows up, and then that leads us to the hatch, discovered by Boone and Locke, before he got killed in the plane. And my final thoughts are, could it be a trap? Could it be a sanctuary for help and rescue, where Jack said that, they're trying to all survive? Could it be, where, it could be leading something? So, I don't know. I think it's probably, I'm guessing, because it may or may not be a sanctuary of help and rescue, or I don't know, it could be something like that. But other than that, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the series, because I apologize if I don't have a good microphone, because I try with my Astros and somehow the sound's not working. But if you can see help me with that problem, I'd really appreciate that. And other than that, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye.